The South Florida real estate market is shifting, but are home prices still rising? Are buyers getting better deals? Well, in this market update, I'll break that down for you and we'll let you know what's going on for both Miami-Dade and Broward County real estate so you can stay ahead of the game. And if you're thinking about buying or selling, give me a call, let's strategize. You can contact me for a complimentary, personalized market analysis, or we can discuss different sectors of the market that you're looking or planning to buy in so that you can make a more informed decision. By the way, I'm Juan Yarusi, your South Florida realtor, and over the years, I've helped folks just like yourself achieve their real estate goals by successfully navigating the Miami and Fort Lauderdale market. Now, if you've ever encountered a realtor out in the wild, you've probably asked this question. So, how's the market? And it's with this in mind that I decided to create this monthly video. It'll give you an overview of what's happening. It won't go into detail of zip codes or things like that because I don't want to take up an hour of your time, but I thought it'd give you a good sense of what's happening. And when people ask me, Juan, is it a buyer's or a seller's market right now? Well, we're starting to see increasing inventory, and that always suggests more leverage for buyers. But home prices are still rising in many areas. So it really depends on what type of property you're looking to buy and where you're looking to buy in. Now they say the mortgage rates are too high. Well, historically they're sort of at an average, right? But they are high for what we're used to. And this has slowed demand. However, there's still many cash buyers out there. That sector of the market remains very strong. And when we look at the starter homes, that's really the section of the market where I see it's cooling a little bit more, it's softening, but the luxury market continues to move strong. And when we're looking at the investor market, we have people asking if short-term rentals are still a thing, if we should still look into it. And while there's mixed chatter out there, and some people are deciding to sell their short-term rentals, we still continue to see a demand for that type of product and developers that are building these types of units. Now let's break down the numbers. For Miami-Dade, the single-family home market, the median sales price was $675,000, which is almost an 11% increase year over year. There were 829 transactions, which is almost 10% increase year over year, and 28% of those deals were cash. Now, the months of inventory is 5.2 months, which indicates a more balanced market. And in the luxury sector, prices remain high, but days on market are increasing. Now in the condos and townhomes sector, we've seen prices increase about 5%, with the median sales price now being $430,000. But there was a slight decrease in the number of transactions. There was 935 transactions, which is 2.6% less than last year. And the cash percentage of transactions was 51.4% of all sales for condos were cash deals. Here's where it gets interesting. There's 11.1 months of inventory on the market, which is a strong buyer's market. It's interesting because with all of the new laws and changes that's happening with condos, I recently did a video that goes into detail about this. You can see it right up here, I'll link it. So it's interesting to see that prices for condos still remain high. Now for Broward County, the single family homes, median sales price was $620,000, which is an 8.8% increase year over year. There were 950 transactions, with 25% of all sales were cash deals. There's about 4.6 months of inventory for single family homes in Broward, which still slightly favors sellers. And in regards to the condos and townhomes, we see that the median sales price was $283,250, still 3% increase year over year. There were 936 transactions, which is a drop of 8.7 compared to last year, and 51% of all sales were cash. The months of inventory, 9.8, again, strong buyer's market in the condo sector. So let me give you my 2 cents on what all of this sort of breaks down to. Well, inventory for single family homes hopefully continues to build up so it becomes a more balanced market. It's still favoring sellers more than buyers. The condo market is favoring buyers more than sellers. There is plenty of inventory out there. However, it's important to remember that not all condos are created equal, not all of them are run the same way. And due to everything that's happening in terms of the requirements of the structural integrity reserve study, the budgeting for reserves, and all of that good stuff, some buildings are going to be more sought after than others. I made a video regarding this. If you want to check it out, I'll link it right up here in case you are contemplating buying a condo in 2025. Just some things to be aware of. So overall, I expect to see more demand for the single family home. That usually results in prices increasing, but we'll see what happens there. They say that interest rates should lower some, not much, but some by the end of this year. So we'll see if it does get back down to the sixes. And the sentiment is that if it gets back down to the sixes, there's gonna be a flurry of buyers and prices are gonna continue to increase. That remains to be seen. What we do know is that South Florida continues to be highly sought after. We are still continuing to see people move here from across the nation. And as they get settled in, as they rent, as they sort of identify what area they're going to decide to purchase in, that's why we see areas like Coconut Grove, Coral Gables see tremendous price increases. But overall, as the year kicks off, it is the season. We are probably going to see some high ticket sales in the beginning months, both January and February. And I can tell you from personal experience that after the election took place, we saw a flurry of activity, people re-engaging, people going back and at least deciding whether they were gonna list to sell or buy. So regardless of your political affiliation, of what you're thinking, it did feel like people were kind of holding off and waiting till that happened to take the next steps. So in closing, I hope that this was helpful. I will continue to update you with these types of market updates on a monthly basis. I'll break down what's going on in the market, what's happening in both Dade and Broward. But you know what? I am open to suggestions. If you think I should go deeper into a sector of the market or dissect, I don't know, condos versus single family or anything like that, I'm really open to your suggestions. If you got any value out of this, please consider giving me a like. It really does help boost the algorithm and put me in front of more people. This is a newer channel. I'm trying to grow it. It does take time, effort to make these videos, and sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't perform as well as I thought. So at least it keeps me motivated to continue to do these for you guys. And if you know anybody that would be interested in checking this out, please go ahead and share it with them. That also helps. And if you want to stay on top of everything, go ahead and subscribe. I put these out every month. I will also be posting neighborhood tours, property tours, and highlighting new development projects that I believe are interesting. So again, my name is Juan Yarusi, your South Florida Realtor. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me personally, feel free to reach out. My information is in the description below. And until the next time, stay savvy, stay informed, stay ready. And I'll see you on the next one.